Bitcoin is fighting for its right to party right now, folks. I'm looking at the graph. Things are getting crazy. Can it hold this intrinsically important level? We also have a rare but deadly mosquito virus invading a town in the United States. Are we on the precipice of another lockdown? Oh my God. And big news for some of our favorite altcoins. Some nice price movements, and then some other altcoins that have been ripping that might be on the verge of a cataclysmic death. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are powered by Arculus, the world's finest cold storage on the planet. And if you want to support the channel, go ahead, pick yourself up one. Base 10 is the code there. You can become your own bank. It's huge. It's great. So huge. You can go to your family reunion and be like, look, I'm cooler than you. I hold all my money. Isaac on the sticks. Back from hog hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get a hog?
Yes, 2 hogs. And then the third one crawled away very slowly into the bushes. We lost him, but there was a huge trail of blood. He's dead. 100%
Very nice.
Dead.
Very nice. Yeah, hog hunting, something that's still on my bucket list to do. And I did see a deal on a 308 that I might have to take advantage of. We're going to be checking out that today. And some pretty hard questions I got to ask you folks here in the Blockchain Basement family. Shout out to everyone that's joining us today. Huge. Alexander G. We got Mads Arn out there just lit. Veteran Crypto. Green Day Profits. Green Day, I don't know if I'm going to do this fantasy football thing or not. I still am undecided on it. So I got your message. I looked at your message again. I don't know. I'm on the edge. Mike Vino, Chris, the Gold Doge, Laserface, Granny's Garden, Tommy Marin, all the people, all the friends of the Blockchain Basement. If you're out there on X as well as watching us on YouTube, I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm still trying to fight for our right to party on YouTube. I understand the shadow banning us or whatever the hell you want to call it, but I'm not giving up on that battle. So if you're out there, share this stream, like it, hit the like right now. Help me out. Get me some help on breaking out of this damn ban we're in right now. Like the stream, go share it somewhere. And on X, comments on the video are huge. They matter quite a bit. So I appreciate all of it, all of you guys out there. I'll team up with you, Drew. Thank you, Mark. That would be actually pretty useful. You ain't ready for that. I know. I don't even watch football. I don't have a television.
We just buy tanks, shoot guns.
I don't watch sports ball, but I understand the people that do, and I like most people that are football fans. But another guy I like, FD White, from the Piper crew, and I think we got him in the wings. Let's see if we can hear him here, because I want to get his take. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We're good to go. Raw dogging it right on in there. How you doing, good sir?
Man, I can't complain, man. Thanks for having me, man. Been an avid watcher of the channel for a minute, so it's good to come on.
Hell yeah, that's nice to hear. All right, well, I got some questions for you here on the technical analysis side for Bitcoin. Basically what I'm looking at, and you tell me if I'm crazy, but I am sitting here wanting to get a entry point. I'm scared to death of shorting this market right now. And the entry point I'm looking at somewhere around 63K I'm a scalp trader, right? I only keep trades open for a few hours. What are you looking at on the charts, man? Like, does Bitcoin have any chance to hold this recent shelf that we pushed up to? We pushed up to it faster than hell. Now we're playing up here again in the $60,000 to $64,000 range. How are you feeling about the momentum right now in the short term?
So is my screen being shared?
Yeah, you're good.
Because I got something pulled up right now. So, we came up from this. We sort of this morning, going into over the weekend, we came into something that was looking sort of like a bull flag, but then we broke down, retested, and now we're coming down. We do have the 200 SMA coming up. So as long as we can kind of hold that, we might be okay. But I was looking at this bigger pattern here, this ascending triangle that we popped out of. So we really looked good out of this ascending triangle, but we may roll over and come down for a retest at about 62 to confirm the breakout. So that's what I'll be looking at. That's my number one trade scenario right now. It's not the number one scenario for Bitcoin that I would want, but if I was going to take a higher convicted long play, I would be looking at that. And then we can zoom in if you want to and look for some other confluences on that level too, because we also had this kind of messy here. This is what I usually work with on a daily basis. We had this upward sloping trend line. I like to use trend lines. It's giving me a
line has been amazing. I have loved that.
Okay, so you have that one too.
Yes,
You have that one too.
I've
Good.
been trading off that one, and the trade's been
Oh
going
man,
great.
it's been spot
Uh,
on. Been spot on. So,
you know,
don't break it. Don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what they
hmm
say, right? So
hmm
we got a touch here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my next area of interest right here will be coming down to retest it at about maybe 62.6, 62.7. So we got a
okay,
couple trades, a couple trade scenarios that we can look at. But risk management is the key to trading. So, if we don't bounce here, we'll be looking at this red bar, which was in confluence with the first chart that I showed you. So it's just all about risk management, and the bigger the risk, the lower I'll use in my trade. So as
yeah,
long as if we come down like to that first area that I was talking about, then I'll probably scale up my trade a little bit more, because that'll just be the retest, and this is my higher convicted trade coming
mm,
down to about 61.8 to 62 to retest the top of the ascending triangle. And we also have the 50-day SMA coming up right there too. So we really
okay,
don't want to
okay,
lose this 200-day. That's really like what a lot of people use to bullish or bearish, like longer term. But we did break above that bull market support band. I don't have it up here, so we want to kind of hold that. But in the long term, in the long frame, a lot of people don't trade. So what I say is just to zoom out. So if we go on a daily, we could just look at this green highlighted triangular area. So what does that look like? That's just looking like a major bull flag. So
yeah,
as long as we're holding this area here, we still have our macro range low at about 59 to 60, and we have our macro range high at about 72, 73. So all this in between is just kind of noise until we break below here and hold this as resistance for a significant amount of time. And then once we break that range high, that's when I think those altcoins will really start to move. I think altcoins are in a great space to be in right now, honestly.
and just I want to talk about altcoins and ETH too, but that bull flag, when does the end of that bull flag come to conclusion on your analysis? Because I'm
So,
following
oh man,
macroeconomics and money flow, and
yeah,
my conclusion's November. Is your TA side
yeah.
coming to conclusion
So,
there?
so you know what? A lot of people talk about. We go back to my screen. A lot of people talk about the technicals front run the fundamentals. So what do we have coming in November, the beginning of November? The elections.
Mm-hmm.
So we will get some sort of decision around election time if we haven't already got it before then. I think we can probably get a pump going into the election, but where I tell my community, we don't really predict. We just try to prepare. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm prepared for any scenario. Of course, I'm overall bullish, on the market, but I'm trying to prepare for any scenario. And then, like you said, the end of this, the apex will be coming in at the beginning of November. So we'll be keeping our eye out on that in that time frame.
It's so interesting how the TA confluence comes into play with, because I definitely just trade off of Federal Reserve money flows and M2 money flows and just the 4-year cycle in general.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very, very interesting. Now, have you been watching Ethereum's price action in comparison to Bitcoin as well?
Yeah, somewhat. Let's actually go. I haven't really been trading Ethereum like that. Ethereum has been underperforming, in my
Yes.
opinion. I thought, since that ETF came out, we got the ETF launch. I thought Ethereum was gonna, outperform. Even if we went to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, I thought it was gonna do a little bit better. But Ethereum hasn't really been moving like everybody thought. We thought
Right.
it was going to go to the moon as soon as that ETF. We thought it was going to do a Bitcoin, a little deviation, a little drop, and then boom. You know how Bitcoin did. So Ethereum. Let me go over to Ethereum and see what we're looking at right now. Ethereum.
It's
I just
sad.
have my macro
It's
levels.
sad. And
Yeah,
I feel like looking
it's
at Ethereum, there's a lot more room to run to the upside, but it's still got a good amount of Ethereum within the Grayscale trust to leave. So
yeah.
the velocity of exit out of the trust in the Ethereum side has not even matched what Bitcoin's exit was.
Exactly.
It leaves a lot of pain on the cards here, but what are you seeing on the TA side for this chart?
So I'm seeing somewhat of a bear flag.
Oh God.
I'm not saying it's gonna. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm on a daily time frame, so I'm not saying it's gonna, just roll over, because we do have this upward sloping trend line, and then we have this macro. I have my macro colors right here. We have this macro support coming in at about let's say 25 to 2600. So the overall market, I think Bitcoin, if Bitcoin starts to go back into the lower, part of the 60,000s, the higher 50,000s, then I'm sure we'll probably retest this area at about 25.50. This has been major support. We can go all the way back to the beginning of August. We just tested it here, tested it here, tested it here, tested it here. So it wouldn't be a surprise for me for us to come back down and retest this area again for possibly a short-term bounce if you're a trader. And if you're looking to accumulate a little bit more Ethereum, I think, that might be a good area. I think the overall market right now, I can't really put my finger on it right now. I can't put my finger on it right now. I'm not sure if I'm of course I'm always leaning bullish because I'm a crypto bro. We're always gonna lean bullish. But at this specific point in time, I'm a little bit cautious of how I'm moving in the trades because I want to move in a way that's good so I don't lose a lot of money because I still want to accumulate. I'll take trading profits and accumulate at some of these lower levels. So I'm thinking we can, if we hold some of these macro levels, some of these macro areas, we should be doing pretty good. But it's a lot of headwinds, not in crypto. It's just a lot of headwinds in the economy, in the world. So in order to come on here and to come on YouTube and tell you, I know exactly what's going to happen or this is going to happen is asinine. We have to really, really be locked in. Right now is the time to be locked in. We have to be locked in because it's so much, like I said, so many headwinds, so much going on. We have to be locked in. And going into the election is just going to be crazier and crazier. We're going to get price swings, crashes probably, more than 2 or 3K moves in a day. We've seen 5, 6, 7, 8K. Those are pretty much crashes. So we may see a lot more of those, but those are just opportunities in my opinion. And that's what I've been doing ever since we've been doing those crash type moves.
I love that approach. I mean, because we're definitely in a bull trend. I'm treating every sign of weakness as my opportunity. In the terms of stacking, what kind of project are you buying? Just Bitcoin, or what kind of crypto or assets are you looking to take advantage of price dips on?
Okay, so my quick story, I got in 2020 DeFi summer. So I packed my bags. The bags I still pretty much hold at the end of 2020 going into 2021. So I hold a lot of older L1s like Cardano. I hold a lot of Matic. I hold some XRP. Of course, I hold Bitcoin. I think my first Bitcoin buy was around maybe like 11 to 13K. ETH under like 600. So those bags are okay. I'm okay with the little, 4, 5, 6, 7 X's with that. Now, as I'm accumulating new coins, new narratives, new sectors, I'm looking at Ondo, things like that. On like the meme coin side, I love PopCat. PopCat respects levels. I trade PopCat all the time.
Oh yeah.
PopCat
you're PopCat. You're in PopCat with Isaac over here.
I'm a PopCat.
Oh, you like PopCat? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
PopCat, man. I'm telling you, it respects levels, and when it touches, it goes. Either way. So if you know how to read it, if you know how to, you might get stopped out here and there because it's crypto. It's gonna be some massive price swings, but if you can catch one with PopCat, you're good. What else am I looking at? Now we're going to talk about Altcoin. That was one on my radar.
Yeah.
Decentralized storage? I don't think so, man. They got a lot. Like fundamentally, Telegram has a lot of things going for it. They have like their own app store. They have a bunch of games that came out. You know what I mean? But just now this FUD, everything's going on. The initial reaction to FUD is a sell-off. So once we can start seeing a bottom, once we can start seeing some actual news coming out instead of just him being, jailed, then we can kind of gauge where this could possibly go in the short term. Long term, I think it'll still do well. Is it, time to be buying? That's for the personal person to, make a decision. But, I like Altcoin. I think it's going to do well. And we'll have to see what happens with the news, man. It's sad times we're living in, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the chart and, really Toncoin, it fell to $4.90 when the Japanese yen trade went awry. This current pullback has not gotten it to that level. It's sitting at $5.38, even amidst knowing that the founder of Telegram is jailed for, arguably, the move against freedom of speech. If I'm having to be a betting man, I'm saying that the U.S. Department reached out and had a little conversation with Macron and his cronies, and then they locked him up there. So that's just me shooting from the hip. But basically,
it's just a higher low, So
that's what it is so far. That literally is. So Toncoin, it's always been one that I've never been able to be bearish on because it was designed to handle a billion users. Like Telegram has 1 billion users. And so if you have an infrastructure that's capable of handling that kind of user base and volume, I think it's going to be a pretty strong thing. And really, I mean, yeah, if we roll over even further on Bitcoin, this like simultaneously to this really bad news for Toncoin, we might be able to get entry points in the like $4 to $5 range. But as it sits right now, the dust is settled from the news. You know, the official charges have come out. So we'll see if it stops bleeding for now. I mean, it is currently a higher low. It's a very interesting thing to think about, though. And now let's talk about you. So you're in a situation I know a lot of folks are where, you know, they have old bags of XRP and Cardano, these old guard layer 1 projects that were huge. You know, at the time, XRP was held back much more than Cardano, though. Last cycle, it went, you know, Cardano ripped up to $3 from 3 cents. Absolutely melted faces. My original and main bag that I built of XRP all that time ago was 17 cents. I sold all of it into AI tokens when it was 70 cents, though. And I'm sitting here watching the community just beg for that 70-cent moment again. Like, what in the hell? Is there any hopium you can give to these people for XRP?
Yeah. You know, so
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I actually just put a video out yesterday about XRP. I've been putting out not a lot because I'm really not like an XRP evangelist or anything like that, but I've been in the space long enough to know that when you turn your back on some of these coins, that's when they pop. So we can go over to my chart. We can talk some XRP. So right now, what I'm looking at XRP, like a lot of people are talking about, you know, 65 cent, 70 cent, and, you know, things of that nature. We need to break $1. So I did some mathematics yesterday. We spent 94 to 95% of XRP's life since I think it was 2013 under $1. So all the stuff people talk about that we came from all-time highs is down, you know, from $3. It never recovered. Most of his life has been under $1. So I think $1 mathematically and psychologically is the number or the area that we need to break. We do need to come up and break out of this huge symmetrical triangle that we've been in for like 4 years. You know, we do have a downward sloping trend line at about 65, 66 cent. Then we have some resistance above here at about 75. And then, you know, we got that pop up, I think it was 2023 last summer with the first news Judge Torres gave us. And then we just was down only. I think that got up to about what? Yeah, about 95, 96 cents. So that's around $1. I think $1, if we can hold $1, I think that'll be psychologically for the community and psychologically for everybody too. That'll be a good area to break and hold. And then we can probably blast off. A lot of people are saying, like, I'm gonna break it down to you, man. A lot of people are saying, you know, XRP is going to these $20, $30, $40. Like, you have to, I want people to realize market cap and circulating supply. When you come into crypto, that's the number one thing you need to learn. That's like in the top 5 things you need to learn is market cap and circulating supply. Learn how to do that equation. Use some different coins to, you know, get some type of hypothesis and some type of thesis as to how high it probably can go, how much of the market cap. I think right now XRP dominance of the whole total market cap is like 1.5%. So in order for XRP to get to like $25, it would have to have a $1.4 trillion market cap. Bitcoin has a $1.4 trillion market cap right now. Like, that's not happening no time soon. Like, the total market cap is 2.5 trillion. So we're looking at what? Maybe a 2, 3, possibly 4x market cap appreciation this cycle, hopefully. So the last cycle got up to like 3 trillion. So if we can double that, I'll be happy. But we also have to take into account all the dilution, all the new coins. We've never had this many coins in circulation for the crypto market. So it's a lot of things you have to take into account when you're trying to give price predictions. But I do think, you know, XRP will do fairly well from where it is now. I think we're finally starting to find the bottom. We never really deviated below that upper sloping trend line from 4 years ago. So I think we'll do just fine if you're in the XRP community. Not $100 like people are saying, but if you're looking for like maybe like a 3, 4, 5x out of XRP, then you might get that. Hopefully.
See, your mind's right where mine is. You know, it's like in the current market velocity, I could see XRP being worth $1.90, you know, but that would be $118 billion market cap. That's a pretty large market cap if you account for the inflation within the token by the time we get to the juice. So Very good insight. And I'm really glad that you got a level head on your shoulders when it comes to that. It drives me nuts seeing these people talking about a $20 XRP. They don't realize that these massive, Federal Reserve, they're not going to keep XRP on their books. They're not going to keep some highly volatile private crypto on their books, moving their money around that way. So very, very important to keep an eye out. Now, I did have one thought that's really struck me last week that I want to drive home with everyone. I want your thoughts on as well, because if we account for the buying power of Bitcoin, and we broke a previous all-time high in dollar terms, but that dollar has a weaker buying power by very, very large levels this time around.
Right.
They printed 40% of all circulation over the past few years. Now your dollar's worth very much less when it was the last time we hit 64K. Have you checked that out as far as, a lot of people thinking that the 4-year cycle is broken because we breached the all-time high previous to the halving? What is your thought on that kind of relationship?
You know what, man? I literally just had a guy on my channel. We talked literally just about that fact right there. And he was breaking down some key points. Me personally, when it comes down to the 4-year cycle, I'm not hell bent on it, and I'm not dismissive about it. So, like I said, I'm a reactive trader. As far as investing, the bags that I hold now, I do have some price points, some realistic price points that I want to sell at. But as far as this is why we're in crypto. We can really just zero it back to why we're in crypto, because the dollar is going to continue to lose purchasing power over time. So if we're in these assets, and typically crypto is the fastest vehicle in the garage, the fastest vehicle in the herd, then, we should be doing fine. Longer term, a lot of people have these fluctuations, these price fluctuations, and it's a turnoff to them. But, us over here, we're even keel, we're grounded, and zoom out. We're zooming out, and we know that the governments, the powers that be, they're going to just keep doing what they're doing, and Bitcoin and, a lot of these assets are going to keep going up. It's a game. It's really the game. If you look at the stock market is just goes up continually because it's intertwined into the game. It's just going to keep going up. Real estate, your house isn't getting bigger for the most part. You're not having more space. The dollar value, the dollar terms is going to just keep going down. So with Bitcoin has a limited supply. So the more people are owning Bitcoin, the less supply it is, on top of the dollar purchasing power declining. So this is why it's the fastest vehicle, and to me, the best vehicle in the garage. So it's just one of them things you got to try to, zoom it home to people. But a lot of people won't get it until we hit I got 105K. That's when your uncle is going to start calling you.
Okay.
Your aunties and your friends going to call you, asking you, do you still do that Bitcoin thing?
Right. And they'll be asking, how'd you get so lucky? Well,
yeah, exactly.
FDY, this is a great combo, man. And really, I want people to be able to follow you and keep up with your work. So where can they follow you? Where do you stream at? Where can these people keep up with you at?
So I got my own channel, FD White Invest. You can go over there and subscribe to my channel. I'm also heavily intertwined with the Piper Academy community. That's the family over there. So we're doing live streams. We have a crypto nightcap every day, Monday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. We got some special guests coming in. We definitely want to get you on, Drew. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we just got a lot going. I'm King Crypto Funds over on X, over on Twitter. Just Google FD White, and hopefully, everything should pop up. I don't think too many people got that name in the world. So I just appreciate you guys for giving me the time, giving me the platform. And I love crypto, man. We can talk about it all day, anytime.
I love it, man. I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to go talk about the end of the world through flying vaccines now and probably get banned off the internet. But I'm looking forward to joining you. I'll hit you up in that message board and we'll get a time set up, bro.
Thank you. See you later.
Absolutely. Take care.
Take care.
That guy's pretty damn cool, man. I like that guy. He's pretty cool. Very reasonable. Very reasonable approach to the XRP holds, because I just got to address it. I know a lot of people hold it. And, a lot of I almost feel like the better the tech and the more partnerships, the worse the price action is now.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, isn't it? It's like, what's that? Your thing dead?
No, it's just really quiet.
You might have killed it,
Just a little bit.
Yeah, and also, so you weren't able to bring the hog back, were you, Isaac?
No, sadly not. I really wanted to bring it back, but
Sad.
they wouldn't let us. They were like, my friend's grandpa was like, it's gonna stink real bad, and I was like, but I want to put a hog head on the basement wall. I was like, wouldn't that be cool? It'd be
That
like,
would be super sick.
that would be sick.
Like right over my shoulder or something, you know?
Yeah.
So let's check out the chart here. I'm trading on Blowfin as far as leverage, and we got a link in our description. If you guys, oh, I gotta fix it.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, I'll fix it real quick. We do have a link down in our description for Blowfin and a referral code. I think we're doing another promotional giveaway for everyone in there, so make sure you're trading with us. And here's what I'm looking at, just in my scalp trading, riding the lightning action. Is essentially I'm trying to get this entry point at this short-term volume node. I don't expect us to just blast off up into the right and me to ride some long into the sunset and buy a bunch of tanks and start my own military by any means.
We could.
But what I do expect is a little bit of a pullback down to that 63, maybe 62 and a half range, and get a nice little entry point and get out once we run into these volume nodes once again. So, because we're still fighting for our life. We are not out of the woods by any long shot. Here's a look at Bitcoin dominance, just looking vicious AF. But in my assertion, I think that Bitcoin dominance is going to take a little break here. We're peaking up on the RSI and just showing a really, really big move over the 1 hour. Let's go to the weekly here. I want to check out kind of a larger time frame for this as well. I like following the Bitcoin dominance for anyone that doesn't know to find out when altcoin season, right? Don't think it's any time in the near future. I think we're still about probably 90, 100 days away from it.
Yeah.
Very sad, but you know what? You can take that as you can make lemonade out of these lemons because it gives you more time to stack good altcoin projects. And really where we're sitting right now is we are pretty high on the RSI for Bitcoin dominance, and we'll probably take a little bit of a haircut. See some chop in here, a little bit of fake out on altcoin season. We're so back. Tweets will come all over the place, and then we'll just get slapped again. Look at this trade, though. Flux. You can get access to Flux through our other partner, exchange partner 2Bit. And I respect both of these organizations for respecting my privacy. So link in the description for them as well. We have a Flux entry point that I made last week that's up by about 20% right now. So feeling good about that trade, liking it. I'm liking Flux a hell of a lot. And I think I'm going to be coming to you with some very, very bullish news on Flux this week. There's quite a bit to share about this. Now, in this inside of my mind, here's what's going on, okay? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
God, I felt good. I
Oh,
just had to
real
get
good.
that out of the way. You know what I mean? Had to get that one out of the way. I don't even know what band this is, but that's what happens when you let the intrusive thoughts win, folks. That's what happens. Now here, a rare but deadly mosquito virus infection has Massachusetts town urging vigilance. This is from AP News. This is the scary stuff they're selling to the public. Oh my God, we're gonna die. What is this? So a rare but deadly disease spread by mosquitoes has one town in Massachusetts closing its parks and fields each evening for other towns, urging people to avoid outdoors at night. They're concerned about Eastern equine encephalitis, I think is how you say that. State health officials announced last week a man in his 80s caught the disease, the first human case in Massachusetts since 2020. Meanwhile, state health officials warn that a cluster of 4 towns south of Worcester, Douglas, Oxford, Sutton, and Webster are at a critical risk after a man from Oxford caught the virus. State and local health officials urge people in the towns to avoid peak mosquito biting times by finishing their outdoor activities by 6 p.m. until September 30th, and then by 5 p.m. after that until the first hard frost. Now, I want to know from the chat. I mean, because honestly, in my opinion, there is no stopping mosquitoes biting me. I'm covered in mosquito bites right now. I have to go work on my garden. I have to take care of the chickens. I have to go outside, and oftentimes there is no other time to do it but at night. Is this, I feel like this is just a big scare tactic scam. Okay, that's just me shooting from the hip. Venture Crypto said it best. He's in my mind. Release the disease. The selections are coming. You know what I mean? It's just, Isaac, are you worried about these flying little insects just causing your demise? Is it the end? Is it?
No, it's just gonna be another little scam they throw your way. I'm
Well-
not really worried about anything really, because even if I did die, I know where I'm going. I lived hopefully a very positive life so I'm not really worried about nothing.
Look at that. I love that attitude. That's right. That's right. You know where you're going.
Hell yeah.
And yes, that's what my next point was, wasn't Bill Gates doing something with mosquitoes?
That was not his next point, but possibly.
Now, if it is the Gates plan and he does have little flying death machines going out for us, there really isn't any stopping that. I really don't think that the idea of trying to hide from skeeters is doable, tangible. Like even inside of like sealed houses that have nice new paint jobs, caulking, insulation, all that stuff, you just still get them inside, especially here in Georgia. So it is what it is. You might as well just get right with your maker. Whoa, Isaac, your volume's high.
Yeah, I went up real
gotta
close
fix
to the
volume,
mic.
huh?
I'll turn it down.
Yeah, let him know, Eldon. That's right. Yeah, I mean, this is the whole scare tactic, and it is right before the selection process, right? So it makes you wonder. And really, the only thing that I see out of this headline is a bunch of scary ass words that remind me of flu season. The laying of the foundation for people to stay inside, be scared of the outside environment. The mosquitoes are the new government drones. Oh God, bad. So I immediately went over to this. PSA has a 20-inch rifle length 308 stainless steel, 15-inch lightweight M-LOK. Oh God, I love this. $719.
Sexy.
That is sexy. That's a good deal.
That's a beautiful gun.
Now, here's the deal. I need the chat to help me decide. Am I going to, I've been torn. Should I get the 308 or the 6.5 Creedmoor? I like the 6.5 Creedmoor.
308.
Okay, you thinking 308, Isaac?
They shoot so nice.
I know they shoot nice. The 6.5 shoots nice too. I mean, I shoot them both very, very nicely. But I'm letting you guys decide in the chat, which one should I go for? Can it shoot skeeters? No. Let's see what the 6.5s are selling for on this here. We're going into the Creedmoor realm. Oh, God, I don't want the ammo. What is this? Hell? We better leave this demonetized too, because we're totally gonna get demonetized for this. Let's see here. God,
+1 for 308s, +2 for Creedmoors. Let's get after
I can get one for like $879. Pretty good. I love these fucking things. I love these things. Yeah, a lot of people's leaning towards the 6.5. That's why I was torn, Dirty Dan. It's very precise. My groupings are disgusting with the 6.5. I know the ammo is what holds me back. Vet is hitting it, and the 308 ammo, it's much more readily available. I know a lot of guys that had to make their own 6.5s. Because sometimes you just can't find the shit.
Where we're surprisingly talking about guns? We were actually talking about guns in CoinCheck's Telegram. And she was posted. She has a Beretta 9mm, and
really?
it's like she's only shot it like 5 times,
Okay.
but it is like it's a nice gun. I mean, I have a Beretta at home, so they shoot nice. They're real nice guns. But,
all right, fair enough. I'll let the chat keep deciding. I mean, it looks like 308's winning so far. 308, leaning 308. It's a tough choice. Now, gun to your head, pun intended. Choose one. Abolish the IRS or abolish the ATF. I'm gonna go ahead and vote right now. I think the ATF's pretty fucking useless as it is. I'd be going after the IRS. All right, so where the IRS is in the lead. It's from Veteran Crypto. Go follow him. Give a vote on this one. I would definitely go after the IRS first. The ATF, they had their rules, but did they really have their rules, right? Like, how much enforcement were they really able to do? Now this, on Bitcoin, we had Genesis selling Bitcoin, Jump selling Bitcoin, Grayscale selling, Germany selling, Mt. Gox selling, but BlackRock bought. This is from Arkham Intelligence. With all of the capital flows that all are just ending up in the hands of BlackRock, folks. This is the German government sign. Everyone thought that this is like some kind of neo-Nazi move. No. Now we have this graph. It just shows all of the sells and flows. Here's from Mt. Gox. And BlackRock is sitting here buying up all of it. Oh my God. Did she really? Hold on. We got breaking news. We got to look at this. Tulsi, did she do it?
Oh,
Tulsi?
shit.
Tulsi. Where is she at? I'm going to her official channel. If this is real, I am going to be very, very happy. Let's see here. August 20th. No, I don't see nothing yet. I don't see nothing yet. I want to see this. Link me. Give me the link, folks. I want to see if Tulsi's going to jump on to the Trump campaign. That would be absolutely huge. Tulsi,
So huge.
give me the link for it, Scotty Swing. I want to see him. I want to see this. Where is it? Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi, Trump, bam. Dun, dun, dun. We're swimming. We're raw dogging the internet. Oh, God. Here we
I
go.
love raw dogging the
Okay.
internet.
Here we go. Let's go. All right. Let's see here. We got Trump speaking. Let's hear it.
Today, I'm honored to officially welcome another true American patriot, a 17-year veteran of the Hawaii Army National Guard, a 4-term Democrat congresswoman, very, very popular, the former vice chair of the National Democratic Party and a 2020 Democrat candidate for the United States presidency. You know, she was a very good candidate. Every time she ran, she was good. She did well. She decided to leave. She couldn't take it anymore, but she is very special. And I didn't know this, but she was a lieutenant colonel. That's not bad. Lieutenant colonel. Not bad. I didn't know that. You know, I just found out. I said, put it down. You got to put that down. That's bigger. That's better than all the other stuff I read. But no, she's a special person. She's got great common sense, great spirit. She loves our country, and she loves the people in this room. Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi, please.
Wow. This is so historic. Okay, 2 past Democrats joining. Let's see if she jumps on stage.
Yeah, if she jumps on stage and jump.
She's like from the X-Men with that haircut too, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's got the
yeah.
little like white streak. This is incredible. Wow. She did it. She freaking did it. We have 2 Democrats defecting to the Republican Party. I don't think this has ever historically happened. I
No,
mean,
it hasn't. But
where's
this is great.
C90? C90, has this ever happened where we've had Democrats, multiple Democrats defect to the Republican candidate during the election season? Like, I can't think of the last time this happened in my lifetime.
Oh, we are so bullish.
We are
We are
so bullish right now,
fucking
bro.
bullish.
I can't believe this shit. Like, and you know, I put out a tweet like, you know, seeing all the anger from the Dems over RFK over the weekend, because RFK he's with the Trump team now. They're so mad. I said they haven't been this mad since Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery. So yeah, a lot of people got upset with me, but it's true. It's true. That's the truth hurts sometimes, folks. Now let's run the mid-roll. We got a lot of other stuff to talk about. This is huge. We'll be right back.
The Blockchain Basement is powered by Arculus. This is the world's leading crypto cold storage where you can easily secure, buy, swap, send, and receive all your crypto with a simple tap using 3-factor authentication to make sure to keep your assets safer than ever. Make sure to support the channel. Use code BASE10 and click the link down in the description to get your hands on your security today.
So C90 verified. We have never had this happen before. That's what I thought. This is incredible to see multiple Democrats, RFK and Tulsi Gabbard, jump on and join the Republican. It's talking about a uni-party type situation. Like, how do you even
comprehend, or how is this happening?
Well, and
Who
the crazy
knows?
thing is they're going to, you know, this selection process is probably going to be arbitraged.
Of course.
And then we'll have verification that it's arbitraged.
Of course.
And then what happens then? Right.
We're
and
fucked.
if we don't have a system where we can trust the selection process, in my opinion, that justifies a national divorce. That's an ugly conversation, but it's how, I mean, that's the way I see it. Wicked Kid, we're just discussing everything. We also have this. Palestine officially announces it will apply to join BRICS. Big surprise there. Obviously, Palestine is going to be leaning towards the BRICS side. And this is just the building of a coalition that's trying to, you know, compete with the United States dominance, the hegemony. But you know what? Like, this is another reason why I am hopeful for the return of the orange one, is because he's a master negotiator. And I really think that he does have the ability to get Russia and to get China to calm the F down. I really, really think that him forcing NATO to pay for this conflict, not just let the Americans float the bill for NATO into this third world championship, is absolutely going to stop the process, you guys. Like, I really think people are missing the point that if we don't have any checks and balances on the funding for this conflict, it's going to continue. It's going to get worse. Isaac, we should slap something about Tulsi Gabbard in the title there. We got to change up the title. Absolutely.
I'll start scrolling with it right now.
You start doing that. This is crazy. I'll keep flowing through all these posts here. Lark Davis, if you saved in dollars for 24 years, you have lost almost half of your purchasing power. That's why you need to opt out of fiat and opt into Bitcoin. This is just gut-wrenching to see, and it should wake up quite a few people. The beginning of this graph starts in 2000 and basically has just dissolved into nearly a half level over the course of 24 years. Your dollar is worth just about half of the value that it was 24 years ago. And honestly, this is a conservative outlook. With the mass amount of printing and the goods that the average person needs to have for the day-to-day life, food, gasoline, I think that this number is actually far worse than these statistics admit. And this is just another reason why we need to be looking at the strongest asset on the planet to back our value. And when we get on the Bitcoin price action, we're looking at the first yearly golden cross incoming. Here are crucial targets to watch. Tom Crown, shout out Tom Crown. What? They're giving Tom Crown a shout out. I didn't even know that. That's sick. Points check. Tell him. Market analyst and founder, Crown Analysis, called to attention the latest development in an X post. An accompanying chart displays Bitcoin daily price alongside a 50-day and a 200-day moving average. Over the past month, Bitcoin has shown resilience, gradually climbing from the August 5th low around 49K. That's the Japanese yen collapse. That was fixed overnight, and now it's probably going to collapse on us again. That's why I'm watching out for lower levels, just in case we get them. Price has consistently stayed below the 50-day and 200-day MA for most of August. This is very cool. Meanwhile, on the daily chart, Bitcoin MACD line blue has crossed above the signal line orange, confirming the recent bullish momentum. This is looking quite juicy on the larger time frames. Man, this boy doesn't want to give up much of this action here. I mean, I might have to adjust my expectations, maybe 63.2. You know what? I'll wait for this volume node because this is backed up on this recent shelf we got here. And I'm looking for this little volume little node here to hold it up and give me some day trading action. Never heard of him. Coins check. She's never heard of Tom Crown.
Oh, well.
Unbelievable.
She's with us now.
She's you savage.
I am a savage. Thank you, everybody.
Oh my God. I try to be reasonable. Look what we're surrounded by. Unbelievable. So yeah, we're looking really good on the larger time frames in the short term. That's why we're talking about potential signs of weakness to take advantage of and keep stacking our bags, folks, because we are in a very, very bullish market. Let's check out this. So we have this, here's a highlight on corporate media just losing its mind over RFK Trump endorsement, as you would expect them to. Don't need to read all that. But now they're using the climate scam as a pretext to wage war on your ability to grow your own food and by extension, self-sufficiency, independence, and individual sovereignty in general. These are the titles coming out. Carbon footprint of homegrown food 5 times greater than those grown conventionally. This is absolutely insane. To say that people that make their own food, that are essentially doing regenerative farming on a micro scale at their house, are harming the environment. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, like, it's the craziest stuff I've ever heard of.
I think we're hunting boars. So there's no destruction of the property.
Exactly.
Now they're coming up with this nonsense.
I know. And
crazy.
Manawak has some boar. I think he has some hog meat. He has some meat by the pound I might be able to pick up from him too. This was really funny though. This is from Cobb talking about an infinite money glitch. Let's have a listen.
You want to make a bit of money? Get into farming. See this? I got this selling corn. Comes out of the fucking ground. I couldn't believe it. You see that? It's made of chicken. You kill it, you got free chicken. You can sell it to people. Or don't kill it, fucking eggs come out of their arses. Fucking hell. It's wool. Pull it off, sell it, fucking grows back again. You cannot lose.
Oh my God, this shit. But on top of being good for you, like, it gives you that sovereignty of, you know, not relying on the grocery store to keep having the poison available to sell you, you know? And the way that I looked at this RFK joining hands with Trump, it gave me so much hope as a father that's trying to feed my kids healthy food that doesn't poison them. I woke up on Monday today with so much hope and so much, reinvigoration of the patriotic hope for this country. Seeing now we had RFK join up with Trump. Now we have Tulsi Gabbard joining up. I really, really feel like we have a potential to clean up our food supply. And it's crazy to me to think that people are out there not wanting or not acknowledging that our food supply needs to be. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
It's nuts. There's no denying that chronic disease, autoimmune, autism is all gone parabolic. They look like meme coin charts. And if we're not acknowledging that our country is sick, and we have the greatest infrastructure, we should be the healthiest and cleanest in the world, but we're not. We're actually losing by a huge stride. It's so crazy, and you gotta acknowledge that something's wrong. But you know, the people on the other side that want to vote for the hyena, this is a big problem. This is from Sovereign Bra. The 19th Amendment was a mistake. Most important issues for suburban women in swing states is abortion. So they, despite all of the other things that we can clean up, the food supply, stop the third world championships, stop our sons having to go fight overseas for cackling deep state incels.
AKA me.
What's that?
I said AKA me.
And you.
Yeah,
Isaac,
I'm like-
you're the one that, like, you're the age that
I'm the
be
age
going
they're
after.
looking for me to go overseas. I mean, obviously I wouldn't mind it, but under cackling Kamala, fuck no.
Dude, oh my God. It's terrifying. The main thing that is changing their vote in swing states is this: the opportunity to cut young lives short. It is so insane that this is a reality that we live on. And it makes you really question the 19th. Honestly, it really does. Now, the other big news that we were talking about a little bit, Pavel Durov's Paris arrest sparks global outcries. Telegram says he has nothing to hide. Arrest stems from concerns over Telegram's alleged lack of moderation, particularly in light of the EU regulations such as Digital Services Act. In response, Telegram issued a statement asserting the executive has nothing to hide. Official handle took to X to tweet the platform fully complies with EU laws and maintains moderation practices to align with industry standards. And you know what? If this is the case where you can just go arrest a person for being the lead of a communications network where bad things are happening on, why in the fuck is Mark Zuckerberg still out there prancing around on his little Hawaiian island, right? Like, think about all the bad stuff that's happening on Instagram, and there's all that insane stuff happening on Facebook that's verified. You have Alex Rawson out there catching all of these predators actively, doing a much better job, honestly, than local law enforcement in a large degree. And there's nothing done to Mark Zuckerberg. There's nothing done to these oligarchs of the American-based organizations. No, it's a Russian-based Telegram founder that has to be the target. Insane. This is, again, why I think that this is a call from our internal give. Arresting people like it, this is fascist AF. It's absolutely incredible. Now, here's the CEO of Telegram, Pavel Durov, charged on 12 counts by French authorities. Let's check out the press release here to see what's going on. Yada, yada, yada. Measure comes in context of judicial investigation opened the 8th of July, 2024, following a preliminary inquiry initiated by Section J3, Junalco, Fight Against Cybercrime of Paris Public Prosecutor's Office, complicity. Webmastering an online platform in order to, like, he set out with the intention, this is where all the bad people are going to be, right? That's what they're saying here. Refusal to communicate. Why in the hell does he have to communicate with you? Complicity, possessing pornographic images of minors on the site itself. Like, how in the hell can they go after him for these monsters doing this within that Telegram network and not go after Instagram and Facebook? Like, it's such a double standard. This is absolutely crazy to see. And it's the same conversation like the free Ross. A lot of people wonder why free Ross. There's bad things happening. There's tons of bad stuff happening with the fiat dollar. There's tons of bad stuff happening on Facebook and Instagram. It's about laws and enforcing them. And if we don't have enforcement actions taken by the people that enforce the laws, then what the hell are people supposed to do? Like, that's why you see Alex Rawson and all these predator hunters blowing up and being the voice of people, is because they're out there actually enforcing it. They're the ones that are actually going out there and capturing them. It's so insane to see. And now we have this. The Rumble founder has fled Europe after the arrest of Telegram founder in France. This is Chris Pavlovsky. I'm a little late to this, but for a good reason. I've just safely departed from Europe. France has threatened Rumble, and now they have crossed the red line by arresting Telegram CEO Pavel Durov, reportedly for not censoring speech. Rumble will not stand for this behavior and will use every legal means available to fight for the freedom of expression, a universal human right we are currently fighting in the courts of France, and we hope Pavel Durov's immediate release will come. Now, and this is a point, you guys, like, this channel is being literally focused on and attacked by YouTube. Okay, so I'm not giving up on YouTube. I am asking for your support, because I am not going to stop bringing up this crazy stuff. I'm not going to stop talking about the reality of the world that we live in right now, but I need your help. Please go share this stream on all your platforms. I need to get this message out. I need to get the light back on YouTube, because they are hiding our information, and it is very aggravating to me to see that we are in the most important time for free speech to be available as we're heading into the selection season. And again, once again, I feel the teeth of censorship coming around my neck. They are taking my accounts down all over the place. I got banned off Facebook. They're taking me down all over the place. Thankfully, I was able to get back on Facebook and keep dropping my hot memes. But you guys, I need your help. I really, really do, because they're trying to stop this channel in the dark. And I'm not going to give up on you. Please do not give up on me. Give this a share, like, and just do all the things. Please share it, subscribe. It's disgusting to see this censorship machine is still alive, and we need to fight it with every ounce of our being. Now we also have this. Tron founder Justin Sun is proposing a DAO to help free Telegram CEO Pavel after his arrest, and says he'll donate $1 million. So we see some movements, we see some funding coming up, and I am here for it. We need to fight with every ounce in us. And here, this is bullshit. Pi Network, and this, they're putting out publications about Pi Network. I really doubt Pi Network is ever going to be a thing at this point. Like, we have all kinds of highlights that are very, very useless. Lack of market availability. You cannot sell or buy it on any second tier crypto exchange. Still only can mine it, and it has an unclear roadmap. The upgrades, the rollouts of the mainnet have been very, very slow. And honestly, like, if it's a real thing, then Drew's gonna be super well off, and I can't have nice things. And I understand this about myself. I've soaked into this reality. So I really, really doubt that Pi Network is actually ever going to come to fruition. Now, what I do think will come to fruition is alt season. And this is on token metrics. I utilize this for market analysis and just the daily trends. We are printing a nice bullish dot on Bitcoin. But when we're looking at altcoins, Bitcoin versus altcoin season, the green is altcoin season, the red is Bitcoin dominance, holding on and beating down our favorite alts until the good times come again. We are still locked well within Bitcoin's power realm. And right now, you know, we have to basically just lock in, find the ones that we feel the most convicted about as far as altcoins. And obviously, if I feel, because I consistently feel good about Bitcoin, especially in this bull trend, comfortable stacking more Bitcoin as well, of course. But really, the ones that I'm buying the most of, Arrow, Jupiter, Ondo, Near, and Aether. I feel like I'm stacking up Aether, and then I'm going to be moving into decentralized GPU systems. Beyond that, and DPIN is going to be a surpriser. This is crazy. Trader TDI bought $65 of Sundog as it launched on Sun Pump, and it flipped, and then he flipped it in 20 minutes for a $495 profit, right? So a pretty big move. But if he held it for 4 days, his Sundog would have been worth $2 million effing dollars. That is so insane. That is so insane. But to think that you diamond hand something like this all the way up to the top, not really logical. That's why I really have that baseline rule for myself, is if I have that 3x I take some off the table. I see that 5X, take a little bit more off the table, but I leave a moon bag just in case this thing moons and whatever project it is that I've found that I'm feeling good about. And this is a good lesson of that, why moon bags are useful, because sometimes you do capture a genie in the bottle, and it's better to just have just a taste left in case you go to the absolute stratosphere on them. And this is another thing I think is going to the stratosphere is the base ecosystem. The base L2 just hit 1 million in daily active addresses for the first time ever. 12 months ago, it had 10 times less users. This is the growth chart of the daily active addresses for base and its active addresses within it. Starting from August of 2023, you can see that this is going parabolic. Absolutely crazy. This is why I've been snooping around the base ecosystem for the hottest and heaviest movers. That within that is Aerodrome, which I feel is very, very undervalued. And I think it's going to be quite a surprise for people that are sitting here fading it right now. And on this, we have this. A lot of people fading Polkadot. This is from Crypto Lark. We also had a video come out with Lark that was absolutely awesome this weekend. If you haven't already, go check out, where is YouTubers here? Let's go in here. I'll show you the thummy. Make sure if you haven't seen our video on Lark Davis and his market expectation, when will peak. This is a must see, you guys. When will Bitcoin peak? Expert prediction plane explains everything. What's his take on Polkadot though? I know he's been watching this for a while. DeFi highlights. Hydration Net lets you start earning some tasty rewards on DOT-based assets. Glimmer with a 31.7% return. We got Astar 33.3 and DOT with a 32%. You can even pull 24.8% on stable coins. Huge incentives. And where we are in the market right now, it is a generally bullish outlook and upward moving market. So I'm not too worried about the returns on APY until we enter the bear market realm. And that's going to be right around, well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell you. You got to go watch that Lark video. Ooh, I got him. You know what I mean? I got him. Now, another one that I feel very good about is DAG, Constellation DAG. And I just want to explain why. Direct cyclic graphs, a DAG, has two important features: directed edges. In a directed acyclic graph, each edge has a direction, meaning it goes from one vertex or node to another. This direction signifies a one-way relationship and dependency between nodes. And then the acyclic portion of this, the term acyclic, indicates that there are no cycles or closed loops within the graph. In other words, you cannot traverse a sequence from the directed edges and return to the same node. Following the edge of directions, the formation of cycles is prohibited in DAG, hence the characteristic is essential. And this design is what makes DAG so much more secure than other communication and graph systems. And on the price action for it, it's been pretty great, honestly. It has not gotten beat down nearly as bad as a lot of these other high tech. I felt like the higher the tech, the lower the price goes. Constellation is one of the highest edge and most advanced tech out there. And this thing's sitting here trying to make a move back up to the 3-cent mark. I did add a little bit in these trusts. I think it was like $2 or 2.2 cents. So I made a little bit of a, an upswing since that more allocation that I did, but really there's still plenty of room to move for this thing. I think that DAGs, like we've already seen Caspa, it is a DAG. It's a proof of work DAG system. But I think that the narrative season for DAG has not really hit yet. And once the data security and the movements for data security come in a little bit hotter as a narrative, I think that that's where we see the resurgence of that project's price valuation in general. And you're damn right, I'm still holding that thing. Man, there is a lot of good alpha. This is a good, let's show the XRP thing here, because I was just cross-checking the math here. This is what XRP needs to hit $1.90, right? I adjusted the inflation to be right around where the token allocations will be, or the inflation rate will be. You need to hit $118 billion of a market cap to accomplish $1.94. Now, we compare that to the one that I'm feeling the best about. One of the ones that I feel best about, Aerodrome. And I'm comparing this to Uniswap, okay? So Uniswap, its past performance, check it out. On the all-time, we go to market cap, bam. So Uniswap popped out in a less vicious market at a $22 billion market cap. Now we are in a better upswing. Honestly, Uniswap I don't think is going to zero, no, and I do think it'll breach its previous all-time high. But for Aerodrome and the upside capabilities of Aerodrome, I think that Aerodrome can accomplish a $20 billion market cap move. We adjust for some inflation there within, and we're left with a upside potential of around 48x, okay, bringing it to a $32 per token realm. This is why I'm snooping around all these smaller market cap projects that are on the base ecosystem, is because it is going to absolutely leave people in the dust when everyone realizes that OP makes the transactions basically free. They're like a 1 cent or like a fraction of a cent. Very fast ecosystem to utilize. And within it, swaps and all of the things that you can do staking wise within Aerodrome Finance itself. This is why I see Aerodrome being capable of accomplishing a $20 billion market cap. So with that, you know, I try to bring you guys the best information before it happens. I try to be very forefront about, you know, what I think is going to happen in the market. Arweave is, you know, I think the tech is great for Arweave. One thing that does worry me on Arweave, let's just check it out. I'm going to talk this out with everyone. So we got the all-time. We got, you know, good. So we got higher lows created. We didn't go all the way to hell during the accumulation range here. Previous all-time high, good times, $86. Look at the market cap, though. That's where the sickness from inflation happened. Yeah. And I think that it's still going to be a good pumper. I still think it's going to breach this all-time high or hit it at least. But I worry about the to-the-moon capabilities of something like this that is showing slight signs of sickness within the token inflation. Let's go check out Drift too, because I actually asked you about Drift. Are you holding Drift right now?
I've been holding Drift since like a week after it came out. I've been holding ever since. Okay. So yeah, it's
pretty early.
Yeah, it's a deck screener. You trade like I'm pretty sure you could trade like Bitcoin and all that stuff, but it's mainly a Solana deck, so you could pretty much.
You know, this is something to note.
On there.
The inflation's started to move it a little bit quick. You see that? I mean, it hasn't been out for very long, and you're already starting to see because it currently is about at its all-time high for market cap, but the price is not, right? So you're having some releases. How much more of this is left to release? So we got about 20% of it has been released. So you still got 80% of this thing to release. Pull my screen down. I want to go to what you can call it, token unlocks. I want to go to token unlocks and see if we have the release schedule available for Drift, because I like Drift.
Yeah, it's also, they also partner with Ondo.
Yeah, that's big.
So that's real big.
Let's see here. Don't show this again. All right, so get out of my face. I hate you all. All right, Drift. Oh, yes.
And JT said Drift has a new prediction market. I forgot to mention
new prediction market too.
They have prediction markets now, so they just keep rolling out new stuff, and it's so bullish.
Well, and like doing the advancements and setting up big partnerships like that, that's pretty damn important. So it's looking good on the partnerships and integration side. Early signs of token inflation sickness, though. I want to see. I couldn't. Token unlocks does not have it available, so I'm going over here to CoinGecko. And I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom to see if we got this data. Where is it? Let's see here. Tokenomics. I don't know if they're going to give it to me. I need to find this release because there's still 80% of these tokens to release.
Yeah.
I hope they get it out of the way sooner than later, kind of, you know. It's
more moolah for me.
Yeah, more moolah for you.
And for the basement dwellers.
They don't have it. We need to figure. Oh, here we go. Ah, see? You know what? And the reason why I'm kind of pinning this down is because look, Algorand's great tech, all the partnerships, the Clintons love it even, right? Huge. You got all time though. Let's check it out. Here's the price. Market cap though, way higher. In let's see here. The best example, November of 2020, you had a $330 million market cap, and the price at that time frame was right around 30 cents, like almost 3 times the price that it is right now. Okay. And this is 2020 timeframe. Now we look at our current day and age, it's worth 14 cents, yet the market cap is $1.1 billion. Okay. So it's like, it really hit a pretty impressive market cap, honestly. Like the market cap's not horrible, but the price is like flirting with all-time lows. This is where you have to be careful.
Yeah.
And there's all this data and all these write-ups on the amazing tech within it and all this shit. But honestly, as an investor, for someone that just wants to make a bunch of money and buy a bunch of tanks, this does not spark joy.
Nope.
Okay, this does not spark joy. So, quite an incredible show. I really liked FD White and his TA. Very reasonable. And he was very honest. He's holding XRP, but he has a very conservative and reasonable expectation about the bag. I appreciated that guy. So yeah, now we're gonna go hit the punching bag. I got a lot of things I got to get off my chest here. It's been very aggravating seeing this channel be, pushed into the dark by the algorithmic robots. I need your guys' help. I'm going to say it again. If you haven't already, like the video, share the video. I'm fighting with every ounce of my being to get this channel to grow. Yes, we're still growing as far as subscribers, but God, we need some help on the visibility within YouTube. So we're at 60.6 thousand subscribers. Let's see if that even ticked up even. We're almost at 60.7. The subs are growing. Our work is growing. We're working our asses off here, but they just keep hiding our damn channel. It's driving me absolutely crazy. So please go show some support. I'm not going to give up on you guys. Please don't give up on me. I am a vicious contender, and I will not stop until the blood in my veins stops flowing. Isaac, you ready to go hit the bag?
Let's go hit that bag.
All right, let's do it. We're going. I'll see you guys. Peace.